Hello students, we are going to discuss about coordinate system and its important. Till now we have discussed what? Till now we have discussed about the what is GIS, why it is important, terminologies related to GIS, how is GIS helpful to us, what are the chief work, what are the tasks of GIS, what is the functions of GIS, that all we have discussed here. Yes, the important topic also we have discussed. Which topic is that? That is projections and the coordinate system. Now moving further, we are going to discuss in detail about the coordinate system. Now, I would like to draw your attention here students. Actually, coordinate system is very much important to understand any data which is used in GIS. Because what is the main purpose of GIS? Which type of data GIS requires? That is latitudes and longitudes, means spatial information. I repeat again. Which information is required? Spatial information. And spatial information is what? That is latitudes and longitudes. How that latitudes and longitudes are divided, how that latitudes longitudes range are given, will be all discussed here in the coordinate system and its important portion. Right now I would like to say here, we are discussing this thing because further you have to know the process of georeferencing, and without knowing the coordinate system and its importance, we cannot go directly to the georeferencing process. Right, so we need to discuss this in detail, and then only you can understand that why we are doing georeferences and why this is important. You might have a question that we have already discussed about what the projection, coordinate system, latitude and longitude. Once we get a latitude longitude means what? We get accurate position. But how that latitudes and longitudes are decided is very important to understand for this methodology and for this technology especially. So we are going to discuss about what is projection, why it is important, and what is coordinate system. Projection, in simple sense, you can see that what the thing we are stretching. You can see here in the image very clearly, there is a circular round shape and we are stretching into it, which is known as projection. To stretch that thing, we have to give some or the other mathematical terminology to it, and how can we see whole surface, that is projection systems. Right, projection, you can see here in the image that it is a curved surface which is made into the flat surface, that is projection system, and that projection system is related to the coordinate system. So both are the things in which we can see our data in a very particular manner into the flat surface. So here we are trying to do what? We are trying to do the earth surface, that is the geoid surface, to be stretched into the plane surface. And here the plane surface in GIS software is what the software, when we open, you see that is a plane surface, that is our distorted portion of our earth. That is why it is given the name Geographical Information System. Yes, we will discuss further that what is the GIS, how is the interface, what interface says. But here just I am giving you an example that we are just converting our earth surface into the flattened surface. So moving further, we will see the coordinate system. Yes, this has already been discussed, but I would like to revise here that coordinate systems. What is coordinate systems? Now you can see here coordinate systems means there will be two types of things. First type is what? That is geographic coordinate system, and second is projected coordinate system. Right? What does geographic coordinate system includes? It includes the latitudes and the longitude process, that is known as geographic coordinate system, which is in degree. Right? And what is projected coordinate system? Projected means the surface of earth is in geoid and we are distorting that thing. Distortion means we are making that flat surface. That is known as projected coordinate system. And projected coordinate system has what? It can be in meter, it can be in feet. It is as per your requirement. What we want a result in that meter or square centimeter or feet, inches, we can divide that. Right, and for making that projections we require to understand the coordinate systems and which are the types of coordinate system, how we have decided that we can use these things. Right, so here I would like to say you, we have two types of data, that is the horizontal surface data and the vertical surface data. We get two types of data, right? What is vertical surface data? Vertical surface data will always give us a height or the depth of anything what we require, right? That is the vertical data. But what is horizontal data? The accurate data on the earth's surface can be gained by horizontal data. Right now, here I would like to say you that horizontal and vertical data are important, and that is why we are performing some mathematics to understand that which systems are required and how is whole globe, how is whole earth is divided on this basis, and that is why coordinate system is important. Right, you can see here the three images I have shown here. The first is showing what is GCS. Second, in that only you can see that projected coordinate system. Again you can see what is the GCS, right? Means what? We have globe and we are divided into the different projection systems. That is what is GCS with the help of latitudes and longitudes. In the third image you can see that there is a projected map. Means the whole circular globe is transformed into the flat surface. Right, now moving further, first of all we would like to discuss here what? Geographic coordinate systems. Geographic coordinate system, we all know that is latitudes and longitudes. Now we all know the meridian and the equator portion, right? Yes, that you have already studied. So you can see the equator part is what? Equator part will be the horizontal lines dividing the whole earth. And what is the longitudinal portion? That is the meridian, which is dividing the whole earth into the vertical portion. That is geographic coordinate. Now by doing that we get accurate positions, and hence we are deciding that which geographic coordinate system should be given to whom and what on the whole surface of earth. We have number of types of geographic coordinate, but we are right now using the only one, that is WGS 1984. You have to just remember this. No need to go further into detail of this because this is just an example. There are various types of things, but it is not useful to you. So we have to just remember that we are using World Geodetic System coordinate system, that is WGS, and that is 1984. This is what we are using. There are various numbers. This coordinate system says what? You can divide the earth's surface into the portions, into the degrees, into the feet, into the inches as per your requirement. But according to our earth, according by calculating and performing all mathematical models, we have found out that WGS 1984 is goodly suitable for us. It is best for us to divide our whole globe, right? That is geographic coordinate system. Now I would like to recall here in which unit geographic coordinate system was there. It is in degrees, right? So that is geographic coordinate system. Now geographic coordinate system, we will move further and see what is projected coordinate system. What is projected coordinate system? You can see here projected coordinate system says us that what type of projections we are giving to our earth as per our requirements. Now here I would like to say that see here the figure which I have shown, that you can see the name given to the tangent and the secant. If you can see the figure, you can read the very left side figure, the first figure. You can see they have given tangent and the secant. Now you all have heard the tangent. What is tangent? It is passing by touching to the surface of it, the very upper portion of it. You can see in the image also I have shown what is tangent and what is secant. Now we have various number of projected systems, but remember in geographic what we are using? WGS 1984. Similarly you have to remember in projected coordinate we have Albert, we have Lambert, we have Lambert system, Alfredo system. We have many types of projected coordinate system. These systems are based on the mathematical modeling, but for us UTM is the best system which we are using. We have divided whole earth into the UTM system. We have given different zones, and actually that is very much suitable for us. This is basically done that how is our earth, how are the continent, everything what can be seen in which coordinate system very clearly. That coordinate system we are assuming. And for us, for India, the UTM and WGS 1984 is the best suitable, because for India all the parts of India is been clearly seen into it when we are doing what, when we are converting that thing into the flat surface. That is why we are using WGS 1984 and the UTM, right? So moving further, you will see now how many developable surfaces and how it is decided, and the one important terminology was datum. You need to know about the datum, right? Now you can see here I have shown the figure of a boy who is having a map on its surface. You can see, right? Now that surface is uneven. Uneven means that is I have kept that on the face of some human being, and you can see all portions are not clearly visible by that, right? The portion covering into the eyes, the portion covering into his head is clearly visible, but the portion at his face is not clearly visible, right? At his cheeks, at his chin cannot be clearly visible. You cannot see it properly. So for that, what I am doing, I am making the developable surfaces. The very next image of other person, you can see what I have done. I have distorted that thing. I have tried to make that face into the flat surface, and you can see that how it is looking. When I am doing that, it should have some type of mathematical modeling, otherwise I cannot get the perfect proportion of each and every country, right? So you can see here I have shown here that you can see there is a globe. Now go to the very left side image of yours, that you can see that there is a globe which is divided into the cone and cylinder, right? You can see conical portion. You can see that not all portion are properly seen, but in the cylinder you see, when I open the cylinder into flat surface, you can see it is completely flat and I can see all the information, right? So these are the developable surface. You can develop the earth surface. Many years ago it is tried that we can develop into the many surfaces, that is cylindrical, conical, hexagonal, cubical, all type we have tried, but we have found out that converting the globe into the cylinder portion, not into the cylinder portion, but when it is a cylindrical shape, by giving a mathematical formula to our globe, it can give us the good projection flat surfaces, and we can get all the relevant information very true and accurate into it, right? Now the new word which is known as datum. Basically, if I say datum is GCS, in which GCS I told you that WGS 1984 you have to consider that only, right? So datum is basically a mathematical modeling, the scale relationship of our earth and the developable surfaces, and we have fixed some reference that is known as datum. Then datum is WGS 1984. So I have told in GCS, right? In GCS previous slide I have told that you have to assume that WGS 1984 is GCS coordinate, and we have to remember that. But why we are remembering that? Because datum is actually the reference system, and for India, for us, for globe which can be properly seen, WGS 1984 is a good suitability, right? Now moving further, you will see I have discussed here project coordinate system. Which was the good project coordinate system for us? That is UTM. UTM full form is Universal Transverse Mercator. Students, you have to remember this, what is UTM, right? Now I would like to draw your attention here. You can see that globe is placed into the cylinder, and that cylinder is converted into the flat surface, and you can see there are small squares are provided into it. What's that? I have divided that projected thing with the difference of 6 degrees into the latitudes and longitudes, which with the help of what? The central meridian and the equator. And you can see all has some or the other units starting from 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see in the horizontal direction and in the vertical directions I have divided whole map, and that is what is that with that mathematical formulas, with the mathematical model of UTM, I can get the accurate location of each and every continent, each and every country on my map, right? You can see here that now I want to identify from this UTM system that in which zone my country India falls. You can very easily find it out. You don't have to learn about the mathematical model what is running behind UTM. You don't have to learn that, but you have to just remember UTM is converted as into the flat map, and that is very useful, which we are using. Neither in this area is not mean distorted, right? So we can see whole area of all the countries, right? It is not like that half of the area. You have seen on the faces, you can see when I have put the map on the face of human being, you can see all areas are not clearly seen. Some are distorted, some are not clearly visible, some areas you cannot make it out how much that area is. But when I'm converting into UTM, it is said that when you convert the data into UTM, you will get the perfect measurement of each and every country. That is why we are using UTM, right? Now, moving further, you can see here we have discussed what till now? Till now, we have discussed GCS, that is Geographic Coordinate System. We have discussed Projected Coordinate System, Datum, and now we are going to discuss georeferencing process or the georeferenced data. Right? Now you will very well make it out what is georeferencing and why georeferencing is done. Right? So here you can see what is georeferencing actually. Georeferencing is actually giving the perfect location of latitude and longitude to the data which we have collected, and the data which is present on the earth. Both should be to the perfect. Then only you can say that this data is perfect. Because when I put any data into the software, student listen here, when I put any data of GIS into the GIS software, it should have the perfect latitudes and longitudes, right? So now if I give you an example, if I am taking a portion of country India, then country India should not fall or should not mix with any other country. It should be particularly that shape, that a whole mathematical model should only be having all the possible measurements, all the latitudes and longitudes of India only. It does not do when I write a latitude and longitude of India and it falls in America or any other country. It should not be like that, and that is why we are doing georeferencing. Right? Georeferencing is converting the image file, if you have the image file or any other latitudes and longitudes, converting that or page to convert into the map coordinates. Map coordinates means what? That the points which are collected and the points actually when we are distorting that thing is currently matching or not. Right? That is georeferencing. Means I have collected here the latitudes and longitudes. Now I am taking the latitudes and longitudes and then I am putting it into the GIS software. It should fall on the same place where I have taken that. There should not be the minor difference. Understand, georeferencing means there should not be a minor difference. You have to do this georeferencing, which is the very basic process in GIS. Right? The data which I am getting from the earth surface only, the latitudes, longitudes which I have taken, I know I am taking the latitudes and longitudes for country India, then that pin should go to country India only when I see on the globe. Right? When I see in the globe that is going into country India, I need to check that exactly that latitudes and longitudes are falling in India or not. How can I check that? That is known as georeferencing process. Right? So we will discuss this in detail in next session. Thank you for your cooperation.